taking it out of everybody. I lie. It's nice and warm though. I like it when it's like that. It's hot. It's hot. It's good. It's good. And today is going to be a good one as well, because you know what? Somebody said to me, or actually I was talking to somebody, one of my brethren, long time ago, about this same said subject. And then my missus said it to me the other day, because I was talking to her about one of my colleagues at work. Well, not my colleague, I can't even remember who it was that I was talking to about it anyway. And she said, oh yeah, we do the same thing. Do you know where it is, my brothers? All parents do it. Any parent does it. Why do we spend more money on our children than we do on ourselves? I can't say all parents actually, because some parents don't actually do that. Some parents spend more money on themselves than they do on their youths. Yeah? So I just want to know where it is. Like, I don't get it. I really don't get it. Like, I'll gladly go out and spend more money on my youths than I will on myself. What is that? I don't get it. I don't get it. I really don't. So that's what we're going to jump into today. And pose the question first. And then I will greet all the new followers, all the new listeners. Instagram has been absolutely brilliant over the last week or so. And so has YouTube. So I'd just like to say thank you to all of you. Please leave your comments, leave likes, share any ideas. Let me know anything that you think would be beneficial for us to be talking about as brothers. You know, any ideas you got, any subject, anything, it doesn't matter. If you feel that you got something to say and you're living near or in the London area, I beg you, please hit me up on Instagram. Let me know. We can sort out a meet up and we can get this thing done. Yeah? So let's jump straight into it, because guys, I don't know where it is. Like, I've already said, like, I know what I do. Like, what do you do? What do you do? What is it that you do? Because I tell you, I'm going to say, like, I love movies. I love comic books and anything sci-fi, manga, not anime, not necessarily anime. I love my anime as well, but manga, yeah. And sci-fi, said that already. My comic books, love those. I've got a good few pop figures now as well, even down to them, yeah. So I like pop figures. I've got a couple that I've bought myself, yeah. But I'll spend maybe 10, 15 on myself for a pop figure. I'm looking at the prices on them now, because I don't take them out the box. All of my pop figures are still in the box, unopened, with the prices on them. So no one can say to me, oh, but you touched them. No. I'm that kind of nerd. Yeah? I'm that kind of nerd. I'll keep my stuff in the box. I don't business. I ain't touching it. I ain't taking it out. Nobody's playing with it. It's not a toy. Yeah? Let's get that straight. It's not a toy. So 1, 2, 3, 6 pop figures and one trophy. I'll call him a trophy because he is. I've got a next one there. I need to take a picture and show you anyway. But still, I'll do that. Yeah, 10, 15 pound, 20 pound max. Now my eldest, Jay, big anime fan as well. Loves these pop figures. If you see how many pop figures this youth's got, obviously he's bought a few of them himself. He works and things, so you know he can go and do what he wants. Bro, I spent £40 on one pop figure for the shoot. You know, I could buy 2 or 3 for myself. I'm spending £40 on one. What's wrong with me? Huh? What is it? Because I don't get it. I really don't. And the next youth, tight. Like, bruh, when it comes to trainers, yeah, these are trainers, man. I will easily, I'm not gonna say I'll gladly, it's not gladly, yeah, but I'll easily go out and spend £120, £130 on a pair of trainers for the youth, yeah, and spend £40 on trainers for myself. I'm telling you, I'll begrudgingly pay £60, yeah, for a pair of trainers for myself. I don't need 120 odd pound pair of trainers. I can buy 3 pairs of trainers, yeah, with the amount of money I spend on his trainers. Right, look at that. 3 pairs of trainers and 3 pop figures for one of theirs. But that's just me. That is just me. I know there are millions of parents out there that do exactly the same thing. One of my brethren, Bam, he does the same thing as well. Man will go out and spend £200-300 on his youth, yeah, and spend £100 on himself. What's this? Maybe two bills. Because Bam's a bit extravagant. Well, I can't say extravagant. Bam lacks stuff. Everyone lacks stuff. It's just a comparison, isn't it? So it's a thing of how much we're willing to spend on us versus them. Now I know for a fact, yeah, any parent that has been in, let's say, a less advantageous position than their children will gladly go out and be like, no, that's alright, I'll spend that on them, I'll do that, I'll do this. If you're a parent who feels that your life as a child wasn't as good as your children, you are willing to spend more money and go above and beyond what is necessary for your child, simply because, and I say this to everyone that I come across that I have this conversation with, you want your child to have better than you did. It's as simple as that. Like if you got licks as a youth, yeah, you don't want to beat your child. Even though you might have to, you don't necessarily want to beat your youth because you know what that's like. If you was a youth that got hollered at all the time, you don't really want to shout at your youth because you know what that's like. If you didn't get money spent on you as a youth, you know what that's like. So you see the pattern, yeah? You can see the pattern. It's like, well, okay then, I didn't get, so I'm giving. I did have that, so I'm not doing it. They did that to me, so I'm not doing it. Like, really? We're not trying to settle opposites or you know, like balance the equation or anything. We're still parents. Yeah. You have to mind my shaker. So, brothers, like between you and me, yeah, how thin is that line in spending and spoiling? Because I tell you what, certain people would look at other people's children and be like, but they're spoiled. But spoiling a child is completely different to spending money on a child. You can spend excessive amounts of money if you have it, and that child is still not spoiled. But if you're somebody that puts your child, it's a sticky term, yeah. If you put your child before yourself, which most parents do, but your child is not taught values or respect, there we go, yeah, and your child treats you disrespectfully, let's use that word, then your child's spoiled. Because your child is in a position where they are literally taking the pee out of you. That's not supposed to happen. That ain't supposed to happen. Your child is not supposed to be in a position where they can demand things from you. And you're like, okay then, yeah, don't worry about it. I'll get that. I'll do that. Because I tell you what, yeah, let one of my youths try demanding something from me, even at the ages that they're at, swiftly I'll chop that down. And I don't mean I'll chop them, I'm just talking about the behavior. You're demanding things from me, yeah? Yeah, is that where it is? Is that where your brain is at, that you feel you're that confident? Yeah? You can demand anything. I know I might be your parent. I know I'm your carer. I know I'm your guardian. I'm your protector. I'm your provider. Listen, the only one that should be demanding anything is me. Yeah, that's the only one. Because what? I'm spending money, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and blah blah blah. Now, listen to what I'm saying very, very carefully. Yeah, as a parent, these are the things that we are supposed to be doing. Your time, from the time that child was born, doesn't belong to you. Yes, you have moments where your time is your time. But time, in essence, belongs to that child. Whether you're helping them with their homework, you're changing their nappies, you're making their bottles, you're putting them to sleep, you're taking them to school. Yeah, you're watching sports day, you're going on school trips, you're making dinner. All of these things, if you have heard everything that I have said, just listed, all of those things consist of you performing a task for your child. Every single one of them. And it don't even stop there, which is the joke. Those are a few things that I listed. And I'm going from, that's just baby and primary school. But you don't even have to go to primary, that's baby and nursery. When you're taking them to preschool. You go on trips with them. You're there with them, you take them out, you change their nappies when they're babies, you make them food, you make their bottles, all of this, and that ain't even school. Yeah? We're going to school, you're spending money on their uniform, their books, you're going to parents' evening, all these, that and the other kind of things. Which is why, as I stated, us, the parents that feel we were not disadvantaged as children, but didn't have as good a life as we see it, because most people don't have really bad lives and they just feel like it's that, and then they grow up and they realize, oh, do you know, it actually wasn't that bad. Some people are in that position where it really was that bad. I'm not going to deny that. I know that happens, but not everybody is in that position. Me, as a parent, as a big man, do you know what? I just want my children to have certain things that I didn't have as a youth. If that means I have to shell out a little bit more money, I don't business. Because do you know what? It's nice to have things. And then looking back on my childhood, I'm like, well, hold on a second. There's certain things that I had that I know other youths didn't have. Whether it be food, clothes. Now I tell you what, clothes was a big thing for me as a youth. Clothes was a massive thing, and I tell you why. Yeah, because I always used to get things that nobody else had. And the wickedest thing was, I'm gonna let you into a secret. No, I ain't actually. So there, I might tell you one day, but I'm not gonna tell you today. As a youth, I always had things that nobody else had, because my mum was willing to go to different places and pick up stuff. And that's not the secret. So don't try and jump me on that one. Yeah. My mum used to go to different places and pick up stuff that wasn't in the areas that we lived in. So when people saw me and things, they were like, oh, where'd you get that from? Mum, how much was it? That's one thing my mum taught me always to never do. Yeah, you never, ever tell anybody how much you paid for something or where you got it. Because you'll find most people be like, oh yeah, that's nice. And especially people with money, they'll go out and buy 2-3 of them. Now, you're not the only person with said thing. Yeah? Right. So that's where we's at. And it's not like that today, because you can get most things any and everywhere. And even if you can't get it, even if you can't get the real thing, yeah, somebody's out there making something extremely similar that looks almost exactly like the authentic item. So I'm willing to go out and spend a little bit more money on my youths. I know there's other brothers out there in the same position. We just need to sit down with each other and be like, guys, this is not something that we need to continue doing. But it is. It really is. Do you know why? Because it makes us feel good as parents, knowing that we was able to give our child certain things. They don't have to be extravagant things. They don't have to be really expensive things. They just have to be things that are meaningful to the child and you as their parent. That is it. Simple. Done. That is it. There's nothing else really that has to be said on that. Like, I think the only thing I can say, more left on the subject, is why do we do it? I said it at the beginning, I'm going to say it now. Why do we do it? It makes sense, but it doesn't make sense. Because, alright, I will not eat as much food as I can just to make sure they can have more. Now, I don't know whether that's I know that's a good parent. I know that is. Yeah. But why would I put myself in a bad position and put them in a better position? Because they're my children. Like, I wouldn't do that with anybody else, but I'd gladly do it with them. Gladly. In a heartbeat. In the blink of an eye. Which, if I'm right, is 0.03 of a second. That's how fast you blink. Yeah, that's how fast I do things with them youths. Not business. So, bros, I don't know if you're on your workout, if you're on a walk, on your drive to work, if you're taking your youths somewhere, if you're just listening to this, yeah, look at them and be like, I spend more money on you. Yeah, be like, I do. I spend more money on you. And especially if you know that in your heart, look at them and be like, yeah, I spend more money on you than I do on myself. But it feels good. It feels good. My brothers, I beg you, while the sun is out, enjoy the time with them. If you're going out and you're spending money on them to go out and eat food, go and get ice cream, just going to buy clothes, know you're doing a good thing. Doing the damn job, that's what you're doing. You're doing your job, yeah? You're on point. Don't worry about what anybody else is saying. Keep doing what you're doing. Your children will love you even more for it. Well, do you know what? They might not love you more. But, well, actually, no. Do you know what? In the long run, they will actually. They will. Because as people grow up, we learn different lessons. So, bros, keep your head up. Keep going. And stay blessed.